Hey Scorpios, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Scorpios, we have Thanatos and Kairos, the Castle, the Father. I feel like y'all had that in your last read too. The Hunter, the Ring, Agape, and the Starborn. Scorps. Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like, again, there's just this idea of like destination stagnation. I mean, Thanatos is the idea of like holding hands with death, right? Like holding hands with this, but like recognizing, you know, I feel like Kairos is like that, like watching and waiting, and sometimes it's a creeper card, you know, like depends on the Scorpio. But I feel like there's just been this idea of like really holding on to something that like wasn't serving you or hasn't been serving you, something that feels like it's thrown you out of balance, and like something you're like, okay, well, I thought this was going to be great, but in all reality, like, no. You know what I mean? And I want to say, like, making moves to go in a completely different direction, because I kind of get the feeling that there's this idea of like this sense of like, I promised myself that I would da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, I feel a little bit sass right now. You know what I mean? Like, I know my value. I know my worth. I promised myself that I would do this, and I don't want to keep holding hands with something that like ultimately I feel like it throws me out of balance. I feel like it's great in theory, terrible in practice. You know what I mean? Like, there's just that, like, that's that energy. And then really wanting to, like, I mean, the Hunter is like very quickly going for something that honors yourself, because Agape is like an awareness of self, right? An alignment, a self-alignment, so that you're able to really step into the power of what it is that you're committed to, what it is that you know you're capable of doing. Elevation, Scorpios, that's what this feels like. Okay, and yay. Because you don't want to hold on to things that like don't suit you. Like, I don't know, there's this person, and literally you watch them struggle, and like part of you feels bad because you can understand where the struggle comes from, but the other part of you is just irritated as fuck, because it's like, if you know that this is hard for you, maybe try something that like aligns with who you are. You know, like, if this is so painful, pick something different to do. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's just kind of that energy of like, listen, if you're holding on to something that's like just really making you unhappy, then maybe change it. You know? Which makes me laugh so hard, because I was talking to my dad yesterday, and we were talking about, well, I saw Barbie, and so like I was telling him about it, and he obviously hadn't seen it, and he was like, I don't need any more women telling me what to do. He was like, even Siri and Alexa are women that tell me what to do. And I'm like, Dad, but like, you know, you can change that, right? And he's like, no. You know, like, I don't want some man telling me what to do either. And I'm like, oh my God. Utter ridiculousness. But again, it's one of those things where you can't say like something is always one way if you're never willing to change anything, you know? And it's like, I feel like there's almost this idea of like riding the struggle bus, but like not being willing to change it until you can align, you know, like with what it is that you really want, you know? Like, you need to cut away with something. You know, the Page of Swords is a contract card, and the Sun is, you know, is like happiness and joy. And I feel like there's like the cutting of the cords of a contract. For some of the Scorpios, you could be switching jobs. Moving, changing your lease, you know what I mean? But I feel like there's just this idea of having to really cut away with something that makes you feel like you're struggling, so that you can move forward with something that like actually aligns with who you are. And no matter the circumstance or the person, that's always a good thing. Ten of Swords, yeah, there's an end that's coming. Seven of Cups. The Fortune Fairy, yay! That's good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've got Justice, the Moon, Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. I do feel like there's this idea here of really just like, when you're doing something that you're not meant to do, you're always going to feel like you're missing out on the thing that you want to do. And especially if it's something that like you're not very good at, or even if you are really good at it, but it's not what you love, then it's just like, you're always going to feel like you're missing out. Again, back to the idea of like, if you're not happy with your situation, change it. But I think you've been feeling like you're not sure how, you're not sure what to do. And so you're just like trying to like, I just want to say, you know, like you're just like taking the opportunities as they come and, you know, like doing the best that you can and following your intuition. But I feel like there's an idea here that like there's something that you really want to do, something that you sincerely want to do, something that you're really good at, you know, that like you're being given an opportunity to go and do that, and it's bringing things into justice. And if you feel like it's just been a really rough patch, then I feel like that's where that justice is coming from, because you're actually going to be experiencing something that you enjoy. I think you're going to be doing something that you like, and you're going to be doing something that makes you feel like, okay, like if I had to go through all of those things to get to this, then I'm okay with that. You know, like that's that sense of justice to me, because it feels like this, well, like if that to this, then okay, you know, all's well that ends well, kind of, you know, which is great. And the Fortune Fairy, again, yes, all's well that ends well. If you had to go through this to get to that, then so be it. All right, Scorps. We have the King of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I really do think that you're going to be doing something different. I feel like there's an opportunity that's presenting itself to you that feels like, even if it's coming on the edge of this other end, like this new thing that's happening, this new movement in your life feels so much more attuned to you and aligned with you, and like it'll give you an opportunity to kind of breathe for a second, because I feel like you've just felt really tired and really exhausted with it all and ready to just be done. But sometimes you have to get pushed to that point before you actually make those decisions. You know, Scorpio's fixed as fuck, is what it is. Anyways, let's do one more card for y'all. We'll call it a read. The Shapeshifter and Destroyer. That's so funny because you had the Shapeshifter in the last one. But I really do, who am I talking to? Scorpio. Who had it? Was it Aquas? Maybe you guys have some Aquarius in your chart. But I really do feel like you're in this state of destruction. You're shifting gears. You're showing up differently. You're showing up doing something that you like, doing something that makes you happy, that brings you joy, that doesn't make you feel like you're struggling all the time, doesn't make you feel frustrated and exhausted all the time. You know, because like you don't want to hold on to things that make you feel that way. Let them go, move on, move up, you know, because like that's what you want to do anyways, right? All right, Scorps, I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.